Welcome to Tax 990, the simple and secure way for nonprofits to prepare and file nonprofit tax returns with confidence. In this walkthrough, we'll guide you step by step through completing the California Form 109, focusing on how each section connects and why it matters. To begin, navigate to your dashboard and start a new return. Select Form 109 for the applicable tax year. This will open the return and take you into the California filing section. Start at the top of the form with the organization's general information. Review the organization name, FEIN, and California corporation number. Confirm the address and tax year details. This section establishes the identity of the filer, so accuracy here is critical. Next, select the form of organization and accounting method. These selections determine how the rest of the return is interpreted and calculated. Continue by answering the informational questions. These include audit status, amended return indicators, and other compliance-related questions. Each response helps determine filing requirements and eligibility for certain treatments. After completing the organization's general information and informational questions, you will notice a section immediately below related to taxable income and tax computation. At this stage, no manual input is required in this section. These fields are automatically calculated based on the information entered later in the return, specifically from Part 1 and Part 2, along with any applicable schedules. As you complete the income and deduction sections, the system will populate these values in real time. This ensures consistency across the return and reduces the risk of calculation errors. For now, you can proceed without entering any data here and return to review this section after completing the core parts of the form. After completing the general section, move to Part 1, Unrelated Trade or Business Income. This section captures all income generated from activities not substantially related to the organization's exempt purpose. Begin with gross receipts and work through any applicable adjustments, such as returns or allowances. If the activity involves selling goods, the cost of goods sold will be calculated through Schedule A. At this stage, pause before entering cost-related amounts and navigate to Schedule A if applicable. Open Schedule A to report the cost of goods sold. Start by selecting the inventory valuation method. Then enter beginning inventory, purchases, labor, and any additional costs. Once completed, the schedule calculates total cost of goods sold, which flows back to Part 1 of the main form. This ensures that gross income is properly reduced to arrive at gross profit. Return to Part 1 and continue completing other income lines, including capital gains, partnership income, rental income, and advertising income if applicable. Only complete the lines that apply to the organization's activity. The goal is to clearly identify all sources of unrelated business income. This section concludes with total unrelated business income, which feeds into the deduction section. Next, proceed to Part 2. Deductions not taken elsewhere. This section captures expenses directly connected to the unrelated business activity. Begin with compensation of officers. This amount is supported by Schedule I, where you will enter officer details, titles, and the portion of compensation attributable to unrelated business activities. Open Schedule I and enter each officer's information. The total from this schedule flows back to the main form. Continue through Part 2 by entering salaries, repairs, interest, taxes, and other ordinary business expenses. Each deduction must be directly related to generating the unrelated income reported earlier. For depreciation, navigate to Schedule J. In Schedule J, enter asset level details such as property type, acquisition date, cost, method, and useful life. The system will calculate depreciation for the current year, which flows back to the main form. Once all applicable deductions are entered, the form calculates total deductions and net income before adjustments. Continue to the section for excess advertising costs, if applicable, and then apply the specific deduction. The specific deduction is a standard adjustment allowed to reduce taxable income. This step finalizes the unrelated business taxable income amount. Next, move to the tax computation section. Here, the system applies the appropriate tax rate to the taxable income calculated earlier. Review this section carefully, ensuring that the taxable base is accurate and that any credits are properly applied. After computing the tax, proceed to the Payments section. Enter any prior year overpayments, estimated tax payments, withholding, or extension payments. These entries determine whether the organization has a remaining balance due or an overpayment. The form will automatically calculate totals and compare payments against the tax liability. Continue to the Tax Due or Overpayment section. This section summarizes whether additional tax is owed or if a refund is available. Finally, move to the Signature Details section. Enter the signing officer's information, including title and contact details. If a paid preparer is involved, complete the Prepare section as well. This step certifies that the return has been reviewed and is accurate to the best of your knowledge. Proceed to the final steps. Next, you will be taken to the Return Summary. This page provides a complete overview of your return. Take a moment to carefully review. If any changes are needed, you can return to the appropriate section to make corrections. Once everything has been verified, continue forward. You will then proceed to the Audit Review step. The system will check your return for any missing or incomplete information. If any issues are identified, they will be listed here along with instructions on how to resolve them. Address any errors before continuing, as the return cannot be submitted until all required fields are properly completed. After resolving any audit findings, you will move to the Share Return step. This allows you to send the return to other individuals, such as board members or stakeholders, for review and approval. If this step is not necessary, you may choose to skip it and continue. Next, you will complete the e-sign Form 8453-EO step. This is required to authorize the electronic filing of Form 109. You may choose to sign the form yourself if you are authorized, or request a signature from another authorized individual. Once the form has been reviewed and signed, proceed to the next step. You will then arrive at the Service Fee page. Here you will review the filing fee and any included services, confirm the details, apply any available credits or wallet balance, and continue. Finally, you will reach the Pay and Transmit to the IRS step. This page provides a final summary of your return and payment details. Carefully review all information one last time. When you are ready, select the option to complete your payment and transmit the return to the IRS. For future filings or to manage your organization's returns, simply return to your dashboard anytime. Stay compliant and simplify your tax filing process with tax990.com.